something with this lighter area, right? Because I can't leave it just, even though in the picture, like I don't have a background, right? So I don't have a contrast. I don't have anything back here. So I need to add some color there, right? Otherwise it's gonna look like it's been eaten. I guess. It's just so I'm gonna start very light, ideally. My paint's kind of already desaturated in here. If I was doing this, I probably would pull up my clean yellow, but all right. This is what it looks like. All right, so I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna go ahead and, add this side. I'm gonna try to leave maybe, I don't feel like I have to leave it a completely white spot if I don't want. But I'm just gonna come in, add the other side of my fruit, right? Now I'm gonna get everything wet again because I want to play with it all again and just add another layer of color. So that edge, as you can see, this is why edges are important. Once you have a hard edge, it's often hard to get rid of. Now, the beauty of doing a fruit is that some of the prettiest looking fruits have like all sorts of hard edges, like, right? You can kind of go with it. All right, so now I got yellow on. So this is gonna be my last layer because I don't want to overwork it, aside from maybe a little bit of push in dark. All right, so now I have paint everywhere. Okay, so now I decide, what else do I need to do to this here? So I don't want any purple over here because this is my light space. I'm done, I only want yellows over here. So all that's really left to do, so once you have it wet, now you have to decide, like, is it too wet? So I'm gonna, once it's even, I'm gonna see if I wanna pull back a little bit of paint so that I can add some purple in. And this is just to push my final dark color. So I don't need a lot. This already has plenty of darkness, so I'm really just looking at these. I'm not gonna take it this dark, right? I'm making that as a choice because what I'm gonna end up with is purple's too strong of a color, so I'm not going to take it that far, right? It's mostly about comparing what I have on here and that it makes sense. So I don't have to follow exactly as it shows. Just do this. A little bit more yellow here. So that's all there is to it. Maybe I'll add a little bit more here, I guess. Now, what I found that really makes a fruit come into itself, into its full fruitiness, is the stem, right? So I'm gonna fix that a little bit maybe. All right. How's that? How do my values look? Do my values look right? Need any more dark? Maybe a little bit right there here. I don't want to make it too dark. As long as you have, representation of the values. So ideally in a painting, unless you're doing something, I'm gonna leave this a hard white there because I have a hard line here. And then, so it's like, looks a little more intentional, right? Move that. Okay, so then my stem, I'm gonna try to get away with doing it now, even though my paint's wet. So like you may wanna wait because it can blow up at me. I'm gonna go ahead, I wanna have some yellow in there. I just am not gonna touch it quite, because I can always add that in. I'm just doing it for the sake of. Now, the stem, very simple. You have always the top of your stem. I don't care if it doesn't show it, make it dark. You want the stem to have value. You don't want everything else to have value, and then you make a flat stem, all right? So just give the stem, darkness to create, because it has shape and form too, right? Add that, and I don't want to touch in there. And so I will go in probably I think it's good.
Looks like a pear.
It looks like a pear.
Woohoo!
And it's, I barely painted it, right?